So we're here at the gym, Alpha Land, of course, right? Big old giant building. We're in the VIP room up here. We just finished doing some computer work, but we're hitting chest today. We're hitting more of like a push day, right? So I like to run a push-pull leg day. If you have not ever done a push-pull leg day, basically, one day you work out the muscles that you push with, one day you work out the muscles that you pull with, and then one day you work out just legs in general. Now for push, there are basically 3 muscles that you use for push, right? So when you go like this, you push this way, right? That's chest muscle, right? Extending the tricep to push, right? That's a tricep. And then the other one is if you push straight up, right? Shoulder, right? So we're gonna hit a little bit more of a chest, shoulders, and triceps, but we're focusing more on chest today, right? Because we have 2 other shoulder days. But yeah, chest is a really it's a good one for me because literally since I was a kid, I had negative chest muscle. So for me, growing my chest was always like, nah, that's something you just see like the superheroes in the comic books have, But one thing that did happen when I started like really taking my working out seriously, I started to get these little, these little pecs going on here. And she's gonna hate me for saying this, but the current girlfriend I have, when we went on our first date, I was wearing like a tight shirt and you could see like the pecs. Literally, she kept looking at him. And I was like, yo, my eyes are up here. What are you doing, But I was like, yeah, the hard work is paying off. And she didn't admit it at first. She admitted it later on. She was like, yeah, no, honestly, they were hard to not notice. I don't know if it was because I was wearing a super tight shirt or if the chest was just popping. But yeah, so today I'm going to show you guys the hacks that I've learned and the exercises that I use. I'm going to keep it very basic so anybody can do it. Now, this is, if you're with my girl clients, I typically have them do a very similar workout, just not so much chest, right? I have them focus more on the shoulder part, right? Just because dudes like to go to chest. Girls typically don't really care for chest. But yeah, it's Monday, so the gym's probably gonna be busy with the chest machines. Drinking a little 3D. We're gonna head downstairs, and this is honestly like my second top flavor, strawberry lemonade 3D energy. Normally for chest day, I like to wear like a tank or like a really thin tank because it shows like the chest pump and then it shows the triceps, the shoulders and whatnot. But today I had this on, I was like, yeah, you know what? We'll kind of roll with this today. It feels good. I don't want to change shirts. But Alpha Elite, code Oscar, if you want to use it. Also shorts, mesh shorts, boom. All right, that's the fit for today. Without further ado though, let's get a sip of water and head down. What's up, chef? Not yet, soon to be chef. Actually got a lot of chef friends. I'm literally just live streaming my workouts. A couple people tune in live. I literally just started, and I know a lot of people watch the replay, but hitting a push workout. I'm about to head downstairs. I'm at Alpha Land right now. Very big, crazy gym. You can kind of get a look at it right now. This is not even the gym part. This is like Alpha Elite's like headquarters. Give you guys a little, here, let's flip the camera so you can get a little tour. The candy wall, Alpha Elite. These are the go-to candies I go for right here. Skittles. But all right, let's head to the gym. What's up, bro? That's one of the chef friends right there. Yeah, I have another a chef. A chef. Oh, not yet to be chef. I don't know, a guy watching the YouTube. Yeah, that's another chef over there. He makes food. How long do I plan on streaming? I'm literally gonna stream the whole workout. Learn more, dream more, be more. Proud but never satisfied. I'm streaming 5 times a week because so far, honestly, it's really fun. All right, but we're gonna warm up a little bit. Let's grab some bands. When you hit a chest day, guys, you definitely need to warm up. Otherwise, you're gonna hurt your shoulder, and the worst thing you can do is hurt your shoulder. All right, let's do this. Actually, there's nobody on the benches, so should be pretty straightforward. I like to grab this tiny, thin band, and I'll show you guys what I do to kind of warm up. Now, I'm not the best person to warm up, but I do enough to not get hurt, if that makes sense. We'll take this bench right here. Now, the workout for today, this is how it's gonna go. We're gonna do the heavier movements towards the beginning. And now for you guys, when you guys do bench press, I'm doing a little different of a split, but to keep it very, very basic, I would say stick to doing like 4 sets of 3 to 5 reps. Kind of go heavy on the first movement. Later on when we do incline dumbbell bench press, right, we'll go a little bit higher reps, maybe like 6 to 8 reps. And then just 3 sets of 8 to 10 pretty much on everything else, right? We're going bench press, we're going incline. Then we're gonna go tricep extensions. We're gonna do some flies for the chest, then do overhead tricep extensions, and then we'll finish off with like one more chest movement, or maybe a little bit of shoulders, maybe throw in some biceps, because why not? This is a little extra of a workout for me too, so. All right, setting up the tripod. I'm gonna do just the bar for a couple reps now. Little fun fact is when I first started working out was when I joined football back in school, and I was like very, very insecure because I could not do the bar. I was in football, I was on the football team, you know, and I couldn't even bench press the bar. I would just like, it would just shake on its way up, and like I needed a spotter to be there, otherwise it was gonna hit somebody. And yeah, so like for a while I never thought I was gonna have like a decent chest. Now I just finished a cut, so I'm not fully at my strength, but we're gonna build the strength back up little by little. And I kind of been working on it for the past 3 weeks. So today we're gonna see what we got, you know. We're live streaming, this is an extra workout I don't normally do, but I'm doing it for you guys. So we're gonna play around with the weight a little bit. See if we can get our strength back. Probably in like 3-4 months. But with this band, I start off with some pull parts. I like to warm up my back, because believe it or not, when you do bench press, you use your back, right? Your back is on the bench. You want to keep it nice and tight because that's your platform. So as you're doing the movement, you're engaging your upper back, your lower back a little bit, right? That way you have a good, solid, just like template on the bench, and it helps you kind of bench press a little bit more, avoid injury. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, it is primarily a chest movement, but you have to have like a strong, stable back when you do this exercise. Some pullovers. I do about like 10, nice and slow. Really like warm up the chest. But I've noticed as I've been doing these lives, people will watch. People will watch after it's posted. People will watch. People will message me, yo, Oscar, send me the workout, you know, stuff like that. So it's motivating me to do it even more. Here, underhand, and then kind of like open it up just like this. I'm trying to do calisthenics. You know what's funny? I'm at one of the next video I post is gonna be a calisthenic workout. It's like from an anime I saw. It's gonna be in Japan doing just fully calisthenics. You leaving, bro? Have a good one, bro. Huh? I said, have a good one.
You too, bro.
Have the best day of your entire life.
Best day of my entire life.
Not just a nice day.
Bro, you
The best day.
Get so many calories I ate yesterday.
I mean, look at, guys, based on the way he looks, homie ate like 4,500 calories. More? Oh, you did a challenge? 10,000. Close? 8,000? I wish I had like a picture of you like 3 days ago. His face was a little tighter.
Yeah.
He was a little less pudgy, but he did, how many calories?
8,000.
8,000. So this is like just bloat going
I
on.
eat donuts, I eat collagen, I eat breakfast, I eat, what's the name? I want pizza, a cheesecake, mac and cheese.
Ooh, cheesecake. You know, I had ice cream yesterday.
Yeah.
A good bit of ice cream.
Oh, bro. But, like, see how long it takes me to lose all the water weight I get.
What's the video for?
How much weight I can gain one day and how long it will take me to lose it.
How much weight you can gain in one day?
Yeah.
And how many pounds did you gain? 7 pounds? Ooh, okay. I mean, you'll lose it quick.
Yeah. But
Hold on, bro. Yeah,
I
check
do
my.
it for one reason, and it's to show people so they don't have to get crazy when they cheat on their diet
Exactly.
and they gain water weight because they start like thinking that they will gain weight because they eat a lot of water.
Yeah. No, I get it. So, all right, bro.
Have a best day of your life.
Later. You working today?
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
tomorrow I'm off Wednesday, but Wednesday I got to record another video of food. Not of a lot of food, it's mostly like I try to keep losing weight when I eating frozen meals.
This is a chef. Look, he said I need to get fit because I'm going to middle school next year and I don't want to get bullied.
You don't want to get bullied, you have to start.
So if you're going to middle school, it means you're pretty young. So what
Yeah.
you want to do is honestly calisthenics, do some push-ups,
keep moving.
and then eat good food. Eat good food. Eat a lot of rice, a lot of pasta, some potatoes. Eat your protein,
Vegetable
obviously.
protein. Don't
Yeah.
restrict yourself on anything, use have moderation.
Yeah. You're still pretty young, so you don't want to like get hurt or anything. But no,
Walk a lot.
push-ups, pull-ups, stuff like that. It's good. Some planks. But I don't think you'll get bullied, man. I feel like middle school is pretty chill.
Yeah, don't overthink too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't overthink it. All right, bro.
Because I have work.
Catch you later. You too, man. All right, let's get this warm up going. Oh, here we go. You know, I feel pretty good even though we are running on 5 hours of sleep. Here, let me put the mic somewhere else because I'll just put it right here. That's fine. All right, let's warm up. Now for my bench press grip, this is what I prefer. You want to go shoulder width. I measure with the thumbs. So right where this knurling is, right here, I put the tip of my thumb, and this is what I tell everybody else to do, but me personally, I go a little bit in, like a centimeter in on both sides. Once I measure, I grip, put my thumbs away, push straight up, bring it over my chest. Boom. Here, I'm squeezing my back, sticking my chest out a little bit, keeping my butt on the platform, my heels are down, and then we're just pushing straight up. That's as high as I'm going. A lot of people make the mistake of going like this. You don't want that, right? That's how you hurt your shoulder. So keep your shoulders on the bench. Boom. Just like that. That's crazy. Yeah, I honestly, when I was in middle school / high school, I could not do the bar. I couldn't. It was impossible. All right, let's figure out where to put this guy so that it doesn't get in the way. Let's put him on my shoulder right here. And then we're keeping on warming up. We got the band, we're gonna be pulling around. Let's add some weight here. Normally I do the 25s, but I don't wanna take too long today. So let's just jump right to the 45s. Now, if you're brand new, the bar is 45 pounds. So whatever weight you do, you add 45 plus I'm adding another 45 on both sides, which is 90. So this is 135 pounds. All right, where is the clips? We're gonna grab some clips just because we don't want an accident. I also like to use these spotters right here. That way if something were to happen, the bar doesn't crush me. There's like a little backup. All right, hold on guys, I'll come back. I'm just looking for clips. I like to use, oh, there's one clip. And here's another clip, we're good. All right. Still warming up weight, this does not count as a working set. We got the band. We want the pull aparts, keeping the shoulder nice and warm. Pullovers are super good for posture, right? If you like sit on a desk all day, game a lot, maybe you have an office job, this is such a good exercise to kind of stretch the chest out. This is the spot where I feel stretched the most. If it's too easy, you can make the band a little harder by basically like layering it. Oh, there we go. Yo, no, but when I was talking to the homie right now, I mentioned I ate ice cream, and I had ice cream yesterday. Now, keep in mind, I'm not cutting, right? But I'm not like fully bulking either. I'm kind of like a lean bulking because I'm training for High Rocks, doing a lot of running, and then sprinkling some lifting on the side. All right, we got 135, same position, use the thumbs. shoulders feel pretty good. The right one, I feel like I still got to warm it up a little bit, but that's why we're doing the lighter weight. We're working our way up. I like to do some stretches. Just grab onto something and kind of push the shoulder through. That way I feel the stretch right here. Feels pretty good. Arm circles are what I used to do back in college to warm up my shoulders. Literally, me and another college buddy, when we started working out, we're like, hey, you want to work out together? And I would literally just Google workouts and do research, and that's how I started getting into fitness. You can do like 10 going this way, and then 10 clockwise. And again, little by little, we're adding weight. If you're brand new, like 4 sets of 3 to 5 reps to kind of challenge yourself, get some strength going. Every workout I do, by the way, is designed so that you have the most amount of energy at the beginning of the workout, right? So you want to do the exercises that require the most amount of energy. Right here, we're using everything. We're using chest, shoulders, and triceps, and then towards the end of the workout, we'll kind of do like the isolation only triceps, you know, but the heavier movements we do towards the beginning, and as we get tired, we do the easier movements towards the end. Riding 25 on each side, right? So 135, it now will turn into a 185. We're testing out the strength today. We're seeing where we're at. Get the band, do a couple more warm-ups. But anyways, this is day 3 of me going live, still getting into the practice. I leave you for a few months and you're back to doing bench press. Dude, I love bench press. But remember, when you were here, we were cutting. I was cutting. By the way, guys, that's Tyler. You guys should definitely check out his YouTube channel. I did a couple workouts with him because Tyler is a massive dude. Bodybuilding. If you don't know bodybuilding, basically he was in the bodybuilding class, right? Which is usually the bigger, big dudes. Yo, Tyler, bro, I haven't seen any workout posts, man. The people need to know how to grow. I'm gonna actually include some of Tyler's tips and tricks that he taught me. And it's a perfect example because Tyler, he won the Summer Shredding Championship in the bodybuilding division, I think a year ago, right, Tyler? Casually hopping on a live. Tyler's from Canada, by the way. I'm gonna visit him one of these days, and we'll do a workout together. Yo, by the way, Tyler, how's that dog? Dude, the dog looks so cool, man. I love Doberman. That's probably like, if I get another dog, it'll probably be a Doberman. Just like the one you have. Literally the exact look. Just big, bulky. I'm gonna bulk him up. I'm gonna be feeding him real good. I'm not gonna have him do too much cardio. Maybe some sprints and just like very explosive stuff because I want this Doberman to be just yoked. All right. So 45, 45, 25 each side. We got 185 now. Same grip. This is what's comfortable for me. We're just doing 3 reps. Still warm up. That's all good. Let's jump to 2 plates. Today, push day. Let's go, Chef. Hey, let's go. I would say make sure you can do the bar. If you can't do the bar, make sure you can do at least 10 push-ups before you start doing this exercise. If you can't do this because you're going to struggle, you're going to be all shaky, maybe you get really good at your push-ups. And what you can do is you can start with push-ups on the floor. If you can do push-ups on the floor, go higher, right? So like a push-up here is going to be easier than a push-up on the floor, if that makes sense. And if it's still too hard, then you can go even higher. Use the Smith machine, go like, I don't know, chest level, and do push-ups there. As you get lower and lower, you get stronger and stronger. You can do push-ups on the floor, then throw in the bench press. All right, pretty good. Let's add let's do 225. This will be our first set. We're not doing much today. Again, normally you guys would do like 4 sets of 3 to 5. But we're testing it out. I want to see where my strength is at after this cut. All right, let's do. Also, by the way, when you use plates, you want most plates have all these like numbers and whatnot, and they have the grooves here. You're gonna face that inside, just for convenience, right? You grab it with the little lip, right? You use all your fingers. If you do the other way, then you're using your thumb and just kind of stressing out your thumb. It's just like a weightlifting 101. It's not the biggest deal, but it's just like one of those unwritten rules at the gym as you face the text right inside. Unless you're doing Olympic plates, which they have some over there. Those it doesn't matter because they're pretty flat. Oh, let's see. Getting Tyler. I'm glad Tyler messaged. All right. Here we go. We got 225. We're feeling warm. Let's get this shoulder a little warmer. But how are you guys doing today? It's Monday. I know it's not Monday for everybody. My mom, my little brother, my sister are in Japan. I believe in Japan, it is Tuesday already. I'm sure you guys are from all over the world. I use ChatGPT for my exercises because I don't know how to make exercises. No, honestly, ChatGPT is not bad. You just have to learn what to ask, right? So like if you ask for a generic workout, it'll give you a generic workout. But if you're kind of more in the beginner phase and you have access to a gym, maybe be specific when you ask. Like, hey, I'm a beginner. This is my current level. Be as specific as possible. What is a good workout that I can do? You know, I would do it like that. Also, there's a YouTube video I have. If it was my first day at the gym, this is what I would do. It's one of like, it has like 25 or 26,000 views. There is a workout in the description, a free workout. You can just like use that too. It's pretty much the workout I'm doing today, but very basic, very simple. All right, let's get this weight. Let's get a little further. That way you guys can see me struggle. You know, the cool thing about being live is if I ever fail, if I ever like embarrass myself, it's gonna be live for you guys to see. All right, let's see. We're gonna do 3 reps. 3 reps. Okay. Now, if you're newer to the gym, you don't want to do the slow reps. I want to emphasize that. If you're brand new to the gyms, you're not doing 3 reps or even 5 reps. You want to start with like 8 to 10 reps. Do the bar, do 10, you can do that. You can go a little heavier, do 10 reps. As you build up your strength, then you can kind of go for those lower numbers. But if you're intermediate, if you've been to the gym for at least like 1 or 2 years, then you can start incorporating some of the heavier lifts. I wonder if there's a delay on here. Yeah, I've been focused on renovations lately, slacking on the content. Dog is doing great, man. Keeping him busy. Hope, oh well, I'm about to hit a lift. Hell yeah, bro. Have a great lift. Renovations. I like it. I still gotta pick your brain, Tyler, about this whole like property management stuff. All right, let's do, we don't want to go too much of a jump. So let's add a 10 and a 5 on each side. Let's see how that feels. Okay. So now we have 225, 245. We got 255 here. 255. I'll show you guys a little bit of the gym right now. It's very chill right now. I started working out early. Alpha Elite Athletics. Code Oscar if you buy any clothes, right? This is gym 1, right? We're at Alpha Land. Gym 1 is just one of the 3, there's a little bit more than 3 gyms here. You go down, there's a little door, a little exit sign there. You walk through that hallway, we go to gym number 2, which gym number 2 is actually bigger than this gym. All right, this is gym number 1, it's air conditioned. Gym number 2 has no air conditioning. But yeah, it's pretty. Not many people on these. Dumbbells are open. It is early today, so that's probably why it's not as busy. The bay doors. Yeah, that's the vibe today. Got to make sure I keep talking so that the music isn't copyrighted. Okay. Also, let me know if you're watching this. If you're watching this on the replay, drop a comment. That way I can see how many people like watch it, on the replay. I know that I can see how many people are live right now and how many people come in and out, but I can't see I'm always curious who watches the replay. I know some people are at work or school right now, so. Because I'm distracted doing the live, I have to keep making sure I put the same amount of weight on both sides. Otherwise, because I almost did it right now. I forgot to put the 25 on the other side. I caught myself. It's all good. If I want to go heavier, I'm going to need to find a spotter. And unfortunately, I don't really know anybody here. Oh, wait. I see someone I know. Never mind. We're good. I like these too. Basically, I attach it to something. Kind of do like a face pull, but with a little different form. Just to get basically the rotator cuff a little warm. And that's pretty much as I'm going to warm up, because you don't want to over warm up either, because then you're kind of tiring yourself out for the big lifts. But also, the reason I'm taking so long to do the next set is whenever you're doing low reps, heavier weight. So I would say if you're doing 1 to 5 reps, your rest time would be 3 minutes between sets. If you're doing 6 to 12 reps, your rest time is closer to a minute and a half-ish, right? And then if you're doing reps of 15 plus, then you can take a very short rest, 45 seconds, jump back into it. I'm not gonna go into the science of it, but there's different energy systems that you use, and each energy system that you use takes longer to recover. So when you use your power energy systems, your ATP energy systems, it takes 3 to 5 minutes, and then so on and so forth. But again, that's too much science for you guys. We're trying to keep it basic. That's my main goal of this channel, is to keep everything as basic as possible. And then every once in a while, I coach people online, so they'll ask me questions through my messages, and sometimes they'll be like, hey, why is the rest time like this? And then that's when I'll go into the details of it. But the beginner usually doesn't care. It's usually my clients that are loving working out. They're killing it. They're doing their check-ins, and they get curious. They're like, hey, because it makes it funner for them to work out if they're learning about it at the same time and whatnot. So, all right, let's hit this. Let's hit this weight. Here we go. I don't know what noises I'm gonna make as I do this, but enjoy the noises. Good grip. Take a deep breath. Also too, right before I do the lift, right before I lower it, I take a deep breath, kind of fill up my stomach, keep the core tight. I push up, and then as I'm finishing the movement, that's when I'll breathe out. Okay, so I'm not as strong yet as I thought I was. Normally I can do like a 285 for 3, and right now I definitely can, because I was struggling with this. But again, we did a cut, we lost a lot of weight. So we're just being patient. Probably in like a month, I think we'll be back to the weight that we're used to doing. That's all right. I also don't want the live to be too long. So we might just, we did 225 for 3. Thinking of doing one more. Yeah, we'll do one more. There's a little timer up there. I don't know if you can see it. That's what we're looking at. So I just saw I finished the set around 11:23 flat, so like 11:26. We'll start the next one. Now there's a couple things I'm gonna kind of go over with when it comes to growing the chest, right? So when you're doing the movements, basically your chest, the muscle's right here, and it attaches to your sternum, and then this bone right here. There's a bone here, it's called the humerus, and as you engage it, this tendon that's attached to the chest kind of pulls this bone towards your sternum. So when you do movements like this, right, this muscle is basically just doing that, right? So when you do flies, right, when you do any kind of pushing movements, that's basically what's going on. So when it's at its longest, that's when you want to really control the movement. When it's getting shorter, you can be explosive, but every time you lower and the muscle gets long, that's when you kind of want to slow down the movement, really focus on getting that tension on the muscle. But working out is pretty simple. You're basically going to the gym, you're breaking apart all the little muscle fibers, and then your body's like, yo, we need to repair these muscle fibers, but we got to make them stronger. That way it can handle that weight, right? And then the next time you recover, now your body can handle the weight a little bit better. So the idea is you challenge yourself a little bit more, break apart those little muscle fibers, and your body's like, oh, we got to make you even stronger. And then you just keep doing that over and over and over again. That's pretty much what working out is. You're like pushing your muscle to the point where it's tearing a little bit safely. You can definitely get injured, don't do that. And then your body adapts. And that's all it is. You got to give your body a reason to grow muscle. And the way you do that is by lifting heavy weights, time under tension, you know, and yeah, eating well, obviously. Because if you don't eat well, it'd be like if I was like, hey, I'm gonna hire 50 construction workers to build me a giant building, all right? And then you're like, go. And then the workers are like, yo, Oscar, what are we gonna build a building with? Just go build a building. But we need like materials, we need bricks. You know, how are we supposed to build a building with no bricks? And that's where your like food comes into play, right? You need protein, you need carbs, you need fats, you know? That way you're able to build a building. But if you don't get your protein in, like, your body's not gonna build anything. You can still get stronger, but in order to build a building, you need material. In order to build muscle, you need material, you need calories, you need protein. So I wonder if these notifications I'm getting, because I'm getting a ton of notifications. Can I mute this? Let me see if I can mute it. One sec. Oh, nope, doesn't let me. Let's go back. All right, check the time. It has been 3 minutes. So now we're gonna hit our next set. I wanna get a good angle here. So let us go like more of a side angle. So I might post this on the stories. Let's go. Is that a good angle? That's all right. Let's go here. People always ask me why I do that at the gym. I go like this. And the bottom of my shoes are really dirty, but they give me a little grip. I can use chalk, but I have dirt right here. This is just like an athlete thing. Basketball, you need grip. All right, for volleyball, you need grip on the court. In this case, I need grip on my hands, so I'm using the dirt at the bottom of my shoes. It's a little gross, but it's okay. All right, here we go. We got the spotters here for our safety, because this is heavy for us. Not bad actually. I could have went heavier. Next time though. I want to be a good example for you guys too though. I'm not going crazy. I used to ego lift a lot. Not bad, not bad. And we always put our weights away, wipe down the machine, all that good stuff. Here, let me bring you guys back over here. Little unracking hack. Also too, if you're new to the gym, if you're new, you're probably not strong enough for this problem to be a thing. But if you have too much weight on one side of the bar, it will flip. But you can get away with 2 plates. You still gotta be cautious, but if you got 2 and you have nothing on the other side, it'll be fine. But if you have 3, that's when it gets sketchy. Or even like a little bit more, you gotta be careful. I think I've tested it before. I think it's like 2 plates and 25, it gets sketchy. Because then you can break a mirror, the bar flips. A little wipe. And we're just hitting the bench. Even though we didn't sweat, it's a sanitary thing. Now let's move over to, let's go right here. The reason we're going here is because we're gonna do some incline dumbbell. A little higher reps, we're going 6 to 8 now. We're gonna do 3 sets of 6 to 8. Normally I do 4, but my training is a little different right now. But for you guys, if you're a beginner, 3 sets is more than enough. 3 working sets, 3 quality sets where you're making sure your form is good. So let's grab a little bench press here. Let's move it a little more in front of the camera. Right here, there we go. Now, if you can adjust the seat, I like to adjust it. Where's the little, okay, just a little bit down. That way it's at an angle, that way I don't slide off the bench. This is a good angle. You can go, this is closer to like 45 degrees. We're gonna go right in here. 6 to 8 reps. Let's start off with these, see how these feel, and then depending on how these feel, we can go heavier. Here. Get a better angle. There we go. Bro, what is a chair tricep dip? Chair tricep dip is pretty much, you use a chair. Now, this isn't a chair, but you go here, feet out, and you kind of let your butt dip towards the floor, just like that. For the triceps, for these guys, if you're still here. The classics. You're doing the workouts that like I would do back in the day. I've always played sports, so in my head, you know, when I was a kid, I didn't have access to a gym, so I would look up like workouts I can do at home, and I would get real creative. There's a picture of Google Maps driving by my house, getting a picture of me working out outside of my backyard with like this like really, I live in Arizona, so the bar was super hot, so I had like rags on it so I wouldn't burn myself, and just doing like some RDL, but I was like really scrawny, very small. It's cool to look back at. All right, so doing some dumbbell chest press, shoulder width on the feet, nice good posture. I like to use my legs to kind of bring the dumbbells up, especially as the dumbbells get heavier. These aren't too heavy because we're still warming up, but I'll use my legs to kind of bring them to this spot here. Pushing straight up. I want to try to keep the elbow underneath my wrist. That's how we keep it stable. So just like that. Good stretch in the chest. Oh. Six to 8. Good little warm up. All right, let's go. I don't know how heavy I want to go. Let's grab 70s. Hold on, guys, I'm coming. Don't worry. Yeah, let's do 70s. See how those feel. All right, we're back. These are one of my favorites actually. If I had to pick maybe like a top five exercises, dumbbell, incline dumbbell, chest press is like one of my favorite just chest growing movements. The reason I like dumbbells is because it makes your muscle stabilize. So it hits that muscle a little bit more. And we talk about like how basically working out is just micro tears in your muscle repairs them, makes them stronger so it can handle the weight. This gets a lot more of that. A machine, you push from point A to point B. With dumbbells, you're pushing from point A, but you're taking side roads to get to point B. All right, let's hit it. Now 6 to 8 reps, rest time a little shorter, closer to a minute and a half. All right, not 3-5 minutes. Power lifters, they lift heavy weight, very low reps. They'll take like 5 minutes, sometimes even 7-minute rest times before they hit their next set. We're not powerlifting, we're not strength training. We are right now just kind of like growing the muscle, but also making it a little bit stronger. So here we go. Let's get it. 70s. Put them on the quads first. Deep stretch. Whew, pretty good. 70s, I think we go heavier. Should we? Yeah, let's do it. I'm just trying not to be a bad example and do like heavy and then my form's all crap, but this is pretty easy, so let's get some 80s. If I can get at least 6 reps with these 80s, then we're chilling. It's a 10-pound jump though, so we gotta keep that in mind. Oh, sorry about that. All right, we're back. Good form, putting them on the floor first. We're taking our rest time. Back when I used to personal train people in person, and I was showing them the form, they would do their form really, proper during their exercises. But you have to remember that form is always. So even after you're done with your workout and you're gonna put the weight on the floor, make sure you have good form. Because you can have really good form. Let's say you do deadlifts or these dumbbells. I put them on the floor with bad form. That's when I can hurt myself, hurt my back, whatever. So yeah, good form always. I have a band on the floor here. All right, let's hit it. We're in the corner of the gym right now, so we're not really in people's ways. If you're new here, if you haven't seen any of the past live streams, we're at Alphaland Gym. The main reason I moved here to Texas, we're in Houston, Texas right now, is because I do a lot of content, I do a lot of video stuff in the gym, and I wanted to find a gym that I could record at, that it was welcome to record at. Because I understand people don't want to be on camera and stuff, but the owner of this gym specifically made this gym for content creators, people who want to record. So having a camera here is pretty welcome. There's tripods everywhere, everyone's recording here, so if you don't want to record at the gym and you don't want to be on camera, then you wouldn't come to this gym. Or you sign up specifically to this gym because it's a cool gym, but also because cameras are very, very welcome here. All right, let's hit these 80s. Now, what we're thinking here is we got to get at least 6. We're shooting for 8 mentally, at least 6 with good form. If the form starts struggling, then we're going to stop. We're not going to do ugly ones because that's how we get hurt. So Let's grab these 80s. Now, when you start getting stronger, you gotta lift heavy weight onto your, there's little hacks, right? So how I'm gonna do it here is I'm gonna kind of deadlift it up, put it on my quads, and then sit down. That way I'm not just fully using my back for it. All right, so here, grabbing the dumbbells, putting them on the quads, and then sitting down just like this. All right, catch my breath for a little bit, because sometimes, you know, like if you got the hundreds, they're very heavy. Now we're gonna kind of like use our legs to push the weight up to our shoulders, right? So what I like to do is I kind of like rock back and forth a little bit. And when I'm ready for the movement, just like that. Whew, perfect. Exactly as many reps as we wanted. I could have done another one, but it would have been ugly, and there's no point in doing that ugly rep. So we're gonna take it, put the weights down, and yeah, we'll just chill at 80s. Maybe we'll do one more, just for the stream so it doesn't drag on too much. This morning I did a run, so I'm training for a High Rocks competition. Normally I lift, right, probably like 6 times a week, take a rest day. Sometimes I don't listen and do the wrong thing and not take a rest day. But we've been doing this High Rocks training, so in the mornings, we wake up right around like 5 a.m., 5:30, go on a run. This morning I did an interval run. I had to do basically like a 7.5 minute mile, 2.5 miles. We're tired. Go home, eat, morning routine, respond to clients, all that work stuff. And then we come to the gym, throw in a little extra workout, get the muscles going, get the blood pumping. And yeah, we're here at the gym now. Tomorrow is actually no running, just lifting. So we'll probably hit like you guys will probably see me hit like a leg day. Which if you see my videos, I'm not the most fond of leg day. Now I'll be honest, I don't skip leg day, but I definitely don't work out my legs as hard as I work out my upper body, which I gotta fix that. And now that we're not cutting, we're eating more calories, you know. I'm happy with my legs, but gotta grow them. Especially if I'm gonna grow my arms. If I keep growing my arms, they're gonna become even more disproportional, you know, compared to my legs. But yeah, these legs need some growth. Yeah, they got a little muscles going on, but we need more mass, because right now the proportion is good, but if these keep growing and my shoulders keep growing, my legs are gonna get smaller. Calves, I mean, calves are hard to grow. We still work them out though. I really like these shorts, by the way. These mesh Alpha Elite shorts, they're sick. Woo. I was gonna start going live on my Instagram, because my Instagram gets like close to 100 viewers. But I really like YouTube. YouTube's my favorite platform. Ever since I was a kid, I just really like YouTube. I don't know what it is. But enough of the chit chat. Let's hit this last set. Basically the same thing as last time. If we feel good, we'll go for 7. But if not, at least 6. 6 to 8. Looking at the mirror to make sure I'm like even. Checking my form. That arrow's a little funky. Could have done it. It would have been ugly. But we're being smart. Trying to be a good example here. All right, let's put these 80s back. And obviously we're wiping down the machine. A little sanitation wipe. We definitely got a little sweat on here, so give me a good wipe. And now we're off to tricep pushdowns. Let's go so we can find an open cable. Which I see one right now, so it's perfect. We got the little attachment section here. Let's grab, we can do this one or the flat. I like the flat, but we're gonna do this one today. The cable machine right there, perfect. I feel like these screens are a little dirty. Let me wipe them. Oh, there we go. This one's the YouTube one. You know what? We'll keep the angle like this. That way you guys can see my form. All right, for the tricep push downs, you should be able to go relatively heavy. We'll start with 100, see how it feels, just to show you guys the form. We're gonna grab the inside of this guy. All right, so here's the shape. Inside, inside. We're gonna glue our elbow. So we're gonna put a little super glue here, glue it to the ribs. So, bam, just like this. Step back, hips slightly back, and we're gonna push straight down towards the floor. So right here, come up, keep the bar close to the body, fully bend the tricep, and then push straight down towards the floor. Okay, tricep push downs, we're pushing, right? Tricep extensions, we'll go ropes, we'll go out here. Push downs, we're going right here. 8 to 10 reps here. Every time we get to the bottom, we're just squeezing the triceps. Not moving our body around too much. Good posture, right? We don't have our shoulders like this while we're doing it. Nice big chest. Easy. Go a little heavier. Let's go 130. And yeah, that's how you grow these bad boys. A lot of people, when you're first starting out, I had extremely anorexic, very skinny arms when I first started working out. Literally, you could barely see them. I really worked on my triceps because triceps is just such a big muscle. It's a lot bigger than the biceps. So if you grow your triceps, you're gonna look like you have bigger arms. Biceps are cool. Triceps, they make up more of your muscle. There's more tricep in the arm. So if you grow those, you'll have bigger arms. But again, don't neglect the biceps. I neglected the biceps a little bit too much when I first started, to be honest. Oh. I feel pretty good. I like this fit. I'll wear this fit more often. All right, here we go. A little heavier weight. Slow and controlled. All right. The elbows nice and tight. Played volleyball Saturday, so I'm a little sore. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's flip us back. I'm glad so many people are watching these replays. It makes it feel like I'm actually not wasting time doing these lives. Day three out of 90 days, guys. We're live streaming 5 days out of the week for 90 days. I'm really curious to see how many, how we evolve over time. Hopefully the lives get more views after and then during it, obviously. I'm gonna use a lot of this footage to post everywhere else too, so no matter what, we're getting something out of it. But that's pretty much how everything good that has happened to me happens. It's all get out of my comfort zone. I'll make a commitment. Before I started doing social media, I was like, all right, you know what? If I want to be a personal trainer and I want to get clients and I want to help people get in shape using the internet, I'm going to have to start social media. So literally, I started social media after college. Well, it was during college. My first picture ever on social media was me as a trainer. Like, hey, a little gym card or whatever. And I made a commitment. I was like, when COVID happened, I was like, I'm gonna post every day for 60 days, at least one TikTok every single day. And I did it. At first, obviously, they were really horrible TikToks. I cringe every time I look back. But after a while, you know, I think around the 13th, I saw the TikTok got a little more views, and I was like, oh, it went to the thousands. I was like, oh, that's cool, right? Positive reinforcement. I got really happy. I was super excited. I kept pumping him out because I made a commitment, 60 days straight, nonstop, no matter how good or bad the video is, I'm gonna post. And then 20-something day, one popped off a little bit, and then another one popped off a little bit. By 60 days, I had a lot of views. That's what I thought was a lot of views at the time. Because again, I'm talking about, I had 7 views, and that 7 views by the end of the 60 days turned into like 10,000. I remember I had one video that hit like 500,000. I was like, oh my gosh, I went viral for the first time ever. And it just motivated me. And I've taken that mindset ever since. Made like challenges, committed to something for at least 60 days. You don't want to do too little because you don't give enough time for like your work to pay off. But yeah, now we're doing 90 days live streaming every single day. Literally, it's going to be the end of the year and we're going to be live streaming. And I know something good's going to come out of it because something always does. So even me just doing it, I'm already having so much fun. So any growth, I do appreciate. All right, here we go. Whew, I wonder how many workout phases I'm gonna make doing these live streams. 3 sets, guys, that's it. We're not going crazy. 3 sets, calling it. Now let's move along. Now we're gonna do some flies. Let's put this band back first. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. So if you ever come to Alphaland, this is usually where they have the bands right here. Boom. And then we just put it away, just like that. And we have this little door here we like to go outside with. Oh, I guess this is locked today. So we're gonna go out the other door. Oh, you know what? It's probably because there's a mirror that's broken right there and they probably don't want people in that area. I bet that's what it is. Let's see. No, there's people in that area. I guess I was just locked out. Or I'm working out the chest way too much that I'm not strong enough to push the door open. That's also an explanation. All right, so this is gym number 2. Let me show you guys. Entrance to gym 2. Down the hallway, we were just in gym 1. Gym 2, and then I normally go through there, but I don't want the music to be super loud. So, but yeah, a lot busier. People seem to like gym 2 a lot more, which makes sense. It's a nice gym, more outdoor vibes. All right, so the machine I wanted is taken, so we're gonna do something a little different. Let's go over here. Leaving gym 2. Gonna go see if gym 3 has the machine. We got a lot of options here. There's a lot of exercises I could do, but I have backups, right? If that gym 1 is taken, I go to gym 2. If it's taken, I go to gym 3. If that one's taken, then we'll do something else. Always become more the Alpha Elite model. This is like a part of gym 3. More like CrossFit, deadlifts, cleans, kettlebells, rubber plates. That way you can hit the floor with them. Plyometric boxes, you can hit ab crunches, all that stuff. Yeah, soccer field. Very nice day out today. And it's open, let's go. We're using this guy right here. And I'll show you guys why. Let's start the weight here at 90. Focus on form. So basically this next movement is a fly. Now this machine is meant to be used like this, but I like to use it like this. I put my arms out, use the pads, I'm basically just hugging somebody very tightly. So I'm going here, hugging, squeezing, going down nice and slow. You're really letting the chest kind of stretch, and coming in, squeezing the chest, just like that. Here we're gonna do 10 to 12. Squeeze. If you look at my thumb and my pinky, watch the movement I kind of do. As I get inside, I kind of turn my palms up a little bit more to hit that chest. Boom. Just a little form hack. Imagine there's like a little walnut between your pecs, and you're trying to squeeze it and pop it. They got a little, so we're in gym 3, they have a posing room right over here, where people can do like their bodybuilding poses. You can adjust the lighting. This lighting probably looks the best. And then you take your shirt off, do your little, all the posing and whatnot. But we're here right now. Hitting chest, getting a pump. Now, as far as taking your shirt off, at this specific gym, at Alpha Land, because a lot of people take their shirts off, you're all sweaty and whatnot. Gym number 1, you have to keep your shirt on. So the first gym with AC, the nicer one, the new equipment, it's all clean and whatnot. That gym, you have to keep your clothes on, obviously, your shirt on, wipe down the machine after use. Gym number 2, you can have your shirt off, but you shouldn't be using the machines with your shirt off because you're sweating all over it and whatnot. Here is just like anything goes. You can have your shirt off, use the equipment, make sure you wipe down after you use it, right? So it's just levels of gym. You have the nicer, cleaner gym for the people who prefer that. You have gym number 2, music's a little bit louder, a little bit more hardcore. You can slam weights, all that kind of stuff. Gym 3 is pretty much just like a garage style gym where you can do whatever you want. Not whatever you want, but for the most part, you can like get a little crazier over here. Now, a lot of people use this gym because it's away from everybody else. But today we're here for this machine, so let's do another set. Big hugs. Flies are really good for growing your chest, guys. Great, great exercise for growing the pecs. Squeeze and slow on the way down. Slow all the way down, go all the way back. Literally all the way back. Where you feel the stretch. Squeeze. I think a bug just went in my nose. Look at it right now. It's interrupting my set. It's like tickling the hell out of my nose right now. It's making my eyes watery. I don't know what that was. It was like the tiniest little like fruit fly or something. It might still be in there, to be honest. Whew. All right. Sorry, my eyes are a little watery. That little fruit fly messed me up. All right. Change the angle. Let's go right over here. We are backed up by our boy Muhammad Ali. Never satisfied. Premium sportswear. I thought I said it on here too, but no, just learn more, dream more, be more. All right, here we go. Last set. Because this is an extra workout, I'm doing 3 sets. Normally I do 4, but if you are newer to the gym, have less than a year of experience, or maybe just a year, maybe even less than 2 years of experience, 3 sets of everything. Make them quality, focus on your form, really feel it in the muscle, make that mind-muscle connection. By mind-muscle connection, I basically mean when you're doing the exercise, your mind focus is in that muscle. That way you can use the muscle the most optimally. And the way I used to do that with my clients is if I wanted them to feel it in their quads, I would like tap their quads. That way, as they're doing the workout, they're really making sure they're targeting that muscle, not just doing the movement and getting it over with. All right, here we go. It's the difference between, like, if you focus on those little things, you can have somebody who's working out for 4 months get the same results as someone who works out for a year who doesn't pay attention to those small little details. Mind-muscle connection, control the weight, really focus on the form, all that kind of stuff. Slow. This is a little light. Honestly, I should be training a little harder, but that's all right. I'm talking. Okay. Resets, that's it. Nice and easy. Don't overdoing it. Still a little physique check real quick. Let's go right here. Okay, let's put the camera right here. I normally do this after the workout, but because we're on live, let's put ourselves on the spot. We just did a couple of flies. We're gonna put this. Just hold on to it for right now. A little chest bump going on. We see a little striations. We still got the abs. Triceps a little pumped. Not bad, huh? I wish I could post like a picture so you guys could see like the before. Because believe me when I say it, I had negative muscle mass back in the day. Also, so if you look at my chest, right? I have a deformed chest, and this is the reason I never thought I was gonna have pecs. Like I have this line here, which I never thought was possible for me. But if you see this bone right here, you see that? That's a deformity. I have like a pigeon chest, that's what they call it. Like the official word for it is like pectus carinatum or something like that, AKA pigeon chest. Some people have the opposite. They have an indentation, so they have a hole right here. But because of this chest, I never thought I was gonna have a chest. But now that I have pecs, you can't even see that I have that deformity anymore because it just, the muscle hides it. The only downside is because of this deformity, like a lot of dudes, when they grow their chest, they have like it hanging over. They have their really cool like bottom chest line. I still have it, but not as much as like I would if I didn't have this deformity because my chest comes out a bit on both sides, so. All right, let's put our shirt back on. We don't have to, but might as well for the live. We're being professionals here. All right. Now we're gonna do some overhead tricep extensions. We're extending our triceps overhead. Most of the time, the exercise names pretty much tell you exactly what to do. So as long as you learn what a tricep is, which is this muscle right here on your arm that has 3 muscles, that's why it's called a tricep. Your bicep has 2 muscles, that's why it's called a bicep. As long as you know what muscles you're working out, if it says tricep extensions, and you're extending your triceps, if it's overhead, and you're having your triceps overhead. Right, same thing with bench press. Even for my clients, instead of calling it like a bench press or a chest or a dumbbell chest, I'll say chest press. You're pressing with your chest. Another exercise is like pull down. You're pulling down. Bicep curls. You're curling with your biceps. Lateral raises. You're raising your arms laterally. Shoulder lateral raises. Dumbbell shoulder lateral raises. So you make sure you know you're using a dumbbell when you're doing these lateral arm raises to hit your shoulders, you know? That's why like what the workouts called is so important. All right, we're doing, yes, it's open, sweets. Sweet, sweet, sweet. We're using this machine right here. We don't have much room, so the angle is gonna be a little off. And again, we're gonna be chatting a lot, that way the music doesn't get copyrighted. That's good weight. Here, all we're doing is overhead tricep extending. So we're here. We've got to adjust this bench. Okay, here. Grabbing the handles. Keeping the elbow. I shouldn't be able to see my arms, right? I don't want them here. I want them back here. So bending the elbows, getting a good stretch, just like that. The music's really loud, so I'm trying to be chatty so I don't get copyright. My form's really off too, because I'm like thinking too much, trying to figure out where to put my mic. All right, we'll clean up the next set. Let me adjust this mic. So it's hitting my face, and I know you can probably hear it. Let's put on the necklace. There we go. Let's put this on here. Also, guys, by the way, if you're doing social media, you're doing content in general, with Instagram, YouTube, even Facebook, a lot of the times you'll have like a lot of followers, but a lot of the times your followers don't really follow your content or really necessarily like you. Maybe they like one video, or they forgot they like one video. A good way to clean up your like subscriber count and your follower count to make sure you have like better quality followers is to go live. Because then someone's like, oh, this person's live. Wait, I'm following them? I don't remember following them. Or they did follow you, they just don't like you no more or whatever. Or maybe like, I don't like this guy, I only like his funny videos, for example. Then they'll unfollow you, and then like little by little, the people who stick around are the people who actually like support you and who actually like your other stuff, not just like one thing, right? So that's why going live is really good. I mean, it's the same thing with your friend circle, right? If you want to make friends who you like, be yourself around them. Don't just be whatever they want you to be, right? Because then you're gonna have fake friends. Then the moment you want to do something else, whatever, they're not gonna like it, they're gonna leave. So the best way to have a good friend group is just to be who you want to be yourself, and the people who like you will stick around. If they don't like you, then they might leave. But anyways, set number 2, okay? This one's gonna be a lot cleaner. Shoulder width on the feet, grabbing the cable attachment here, close grip, not wide grip. Elbows, keeping them kind of tight. Put your elbows far back, get a good stretch, push up towards the ceiling. We're not coming out here, we're staying here. Stretch, nice and slow, boom. Nice and slow, control, stretch the tries, just like that. 10 to 12. Actually, no, this one's 8 to 10. Just 3 sets, that's it. I'm trying to slow it down really so I get that good quality. All right, here we go. There's also a lot of people here doing TikTok live. I don't use TikTok that much. I post on there, but I love YouTube more, I'll be honest. Damn, that one got me. 1, 2, and the last tricep goes right underneath both of these. Basically, the tricep, it starts here on this bone, and it attaches to this bone here. When you flex it, this tricep pulls the elbow and extends it, just like that. All right, so what you feel right here, this like, I forgot what this is called. It's like a little bone, it's like a hook. Your tendon attaches to there, and basically it pulls this bone this way. So as the tricep squeeze, basically it does this. Squeeze, it gets longer, squeeze, just like the bicep, right? The bicep attaches to your shoulder. It's attached to these 2 bones here. And then as it tightens up, it pulls these bones towards itself. That's basically what every muscle does. Chest does the same thing. Back, tendon here, pulls it down, right? I did sports medicine back when I was a kid. That's when I first learned this stuff, but then I learned it because I got my bachelor's in exercise science, which sounds cool, but most of the stuff I learned about working out was by working out, by researching on my own. School taught me very little about all this stuff, to be honest. Basically spent a lot of money on college just to learn it myself. Like, the college stuff didn't really help me. But that's okay, we live and we learn. It just cost us a lot of money, so it was a very expensive lesson. All right, last set here. Stretch, reach, squeeze. Normally I have my headphones on. Helps me focus a little bit more. Because there's so much going on. So many people, so much music. People talking here and there. And I'm like a little I'm a little ADHD, so that's all right. We're still getting a good workout. All right, we're almost done, guys. Now for my normal push workout, again, very simple, about 5 exercises, 3 sets, very, very simple. We're not getting like all advanced here, we're not overdoing it. I like to finish my push exercise with a little push-ups to failure. Here, let's say hi to our boy Elon here.
Taco Bell. What's up, bro?
What up, bro?
Hey, that haircut looking good, bro.
Dude, YouTube live.
Let's get it. Nice Halloween costume.
All right.
Halloween.
Hey, they cleaned this area.
Ron, are you respected at the gym? Barely.
Are you respected at the gym? All right, let's grab this box. You can use anything, but I'm gonna use this box. And put it right there. Now, if you struggle with push-ups, you can do push-ups. But I'm gonna do this thing. Let's see if we can show this exercise. So pretty much what we're doing is we're doing push-ups to failure. Finish off the push workout with this. We're going right here. I'm gonna make it slice this time. I'm gonna put 1 hand here, 1 pound here. 1 hand here, not 1 pound. Chest towards the floor. And we're going just like that. Now I gotta move the mic, of course. No, we can just put it right here.
Same script. Program for 8. While your voice program for different day, same yap sesh. I mean, it's like it today.
We do 12, and then we'll hit 12 on the other side. I should have used a dumbbell. Dumbbell's not as big and bulky as this thing.
First thing when I meet a guy,
12?
I don't mean meeting guys like that, but like, you know what I'm saying when I say what's up to a guy? Bro, I'll be like, yo, what's up, bro? I'll be looking in their eyes. First thing y'all do, y'all beat games. Like, straight up. That's weird. Think about it. It's a little weird, right? It's a little weird.
Now, normally, if I do these fresh, they're very easy. But because we just like put our chest through a workout, our triceps through a workout, our shoulders a little bit of shoulders through our workout, then these are a little bit harder, but we're just kind of finishing off the muscle. Helps us build up our core, our stability, and you got to be able to do a push-up. Now, we have 1 hand higher, 1 hand lower, because we're putting more weight on the lower hand, and we're getting a really good deep stretch on the chest. That's the reason I like doing these. You don't have to do these. You can do normal push-ups to finish it off, but I like these, I'll be honest.
Bro, me even like arguing with you, it's making me feel weird. Alright? Y'all don't do that, bro. Y'all really don't.
I was in the sun for like 2 minutes. I'm sweaty.
Shorts look good? That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Zia. I've been putting in that work for the legs. You know what I'm saying?
Ew, I somehow got gum on my finger. Probably from the box. Maybe that's why I shouldn't have used the box. Oh, that's gross. There was like a little piece of gum on the box. I'm not talking that much right now because I'm winded, guys. All right, let's grab a dumbbell. I don't like the box. Let's grab a dumbbell. I'll be right back. Or a kettlebell. Kettlebell, yeah. Let's do this one. All right, we're doing literally the same thing but with a kettlebell. So, all right, here we go.
What's up, Mari? Ron, don't come to Australia, you'll be impressed. Bro, Australia is like really built on like low test citizens. No disrespect to Australia. I love my Australian followers, but Australia, low test. Everyone knows that. There's only low test dudes over there.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You get the, hey, this is from Alphalete. You can use code LINE for 10%. This is on 30%, so you get 40% off. Pack of 2. Zero, rib.
Damn, guys, this workout's going very well.
Best.
I feel like a lot of people are going to get value from this push workout. Push day, chest day, shoulder, tricep day. Tomorrow we have a leg day. That one's going to really expose me because I'm not squatting very heavy right now. But we will, don't worry. This is our accountability. Because I have people watching, because I know there's not on the live, there's a couple people, but I know people watch the replay. We're going to push ourselves. And if that means it's very little weight and that's the most we can do, then that's what it is. But in 2-3 months of us holding ourselves accountable, we'll be good. Here, let's change the angle. Let's go. Let's flip for the last set. Let's do this angle here. Point it there, grab our kettlebell. Oh, I finish it off. All right, the goal here, you know what? Let's make it a hard goal because I'm pretty fried right now. We're gonna go for 12 each side. Now, my suggestion whenever you do like movements or exercises where you have to do 2 sides or maybe like 1-arm movements is always start with your weak side. Do as many as you can on your weak side, and then that way when you go onto your strong side, you can match the same amount on the other side. This is my suggestion. In this case, my left I would say is a little weaker. So we'll start with our left. We'll hit 12, and then we'll try to hit 12 on the other side too. All the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5. 12. All right. Woo. I'm talking a lot less. I'm fried, guys. I'm sweating. There's sweat in my eyes. I'm burning right now. All right. 1, 2, 3. 4 more. Oh, scuffed the last rep, but all right. Damn, that was good. By the way, guys, if you're watching, if you made it all the way to the end of the live, 2 things. I just uploaded a YouTube video. It's my Japan series. So video 1 of me going to Japan to surprise my sister. I spent literally an entire month in Japan working out, learning the culture. Everything's very different over there. Working out's very different over there. In Japan, people don't prioritize like looking like this, right? The girls like to be small. Everybody likes to be smaller. Dudes like to work out. They skip leg day also. But there's not that many gyms. It was kind of hard to like get into a gym. There is gyms, but not that many. And it's hard to get protein and stuff, so I had to meal prep for an entire month there. So I'm gonna just document the whole journey, spending time with my sister, surprising her, you know, just getting out of the comfort zone a little bit. So go on the YouTube, watch those videos. Thing number 2, if you are between the ages of like 20 to 40 and you wanna get in shape, get into the gym, you need a little bit of a kick in the butt, I'm doing a free 14-day challenge. This is the only free 14-day challenge I'm gonna be doing all year. So if this is something that you wanna do, go to my Instagram, there's a link. I'll probably put a link in this live on the bottom, not right now, but as soon as like after the workout, maybe like in an hour, I'll put the link down there you can apply to, because I'm gonna be picking 20 at most, 25. I don't even know if I'll go 25, but I'm gonna pick 20 people because I'm gonna try out I have this new online coaching kind of like level up program that I'm testing out. This is a little different from my main coaching program because I'm experimenting a little bit, but free 14-day challenge. I'm helping people out with their food, with their workouts. First come, first serve. Okay, you gotta be over 20. You can't be less than 18 years old for sure, right? All right, guys.
Yeah, that's
Good live.
Jacking off on.
Peace. Level up today. I don't know how, but do something, level up, feel proud. At the end of the day when you go to bed, do something that made you proud today. Cool? All right, guys. Peace. Free level up challenge. Don't forget.